Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a fascinating and often hidden aspect of prison life, the intricate relationships that develop between prisoners and law enforcement, where favors are exchanged and contraband flows. From ancient times to modern prisons, this dynamic is as complex as it is controversial. Before we get into it, don't forget, giving this video a like and subscribing really helps the channel grow. If you enjoy this kind of content and want more, that's the best way to support what we're doing. The idea of prisoners and guards forming relationships based on favors and contraband is not new. It stretches back through history, to ancient civilizations where imprisonment wasn't just about punishment, but also about power and survival within confined spaces. In ancient times, prisons were often crude and chaotic places, with little formal structure. Guards were sometimes poorly paid or simply soldiers tasked with holding captives. Because of this, informal systems emerged. Prisoners who could offer something, whether goods, information, or services, might gain protection or privileges. Guards, on the other hand, sometimes turned a blind eye or even actively participated in smuggling goods inside. For example, in medieval Europe, castles with dungeons were often guarded by soldiers who accepted bribes or traded goods with prisoners to maintain peace or gain extra income. In some cases, prisoners who had money or connections could buy better conditions, while guards benefited from these exchanges. This created a shadow economy within the prison walls long before the modern concept of incarceration existed. Fast forward to today's prisons, and this relationship remains surprisingly consistent. Despite advances in security and regulations, the trade of contraband, cell phones, drugs, weapons, and the exchange of favors still occur regularly. The reasons are similar. Guards might be underpaid, overstressed, or corrupted, while prisoners seek to improve their conditions or maintain connections to the outside world. In many prisons around the world, this creates a delicate balance. On one side, you have prison authorities trying to maintain order and security. On the other, a parallel system operating beneath the surface that involves bribery, smuggling, and sometimes collusion. It's a complex ecosystem where power, trust, and survival tactics intersect. Is it inevitable? That's a big question. Many experts argue that whenever people are confined under strict controls with limited access to resources and communication, these informal economies and relationships will emerge. Human nature tends to fill gaps where official systems fall short. If prisoners can't get what they need legally, they find other means. If guards aren't fully supported or monitored, some may take advantage of their positions. This doesn't mean every prison or guard participates, but the structure often allows for it. Low wages, inadequate training, overcrowding, and corruption create an environment where the exchange of favors and contraband can thrive. In some cases, prison gangs even infiltrate or influence staff to maintain their operations. The existence of this market inside prisons isn't just about goods changing hands, it also shifts power dynamics. Prisoners who control contraband or have the right connections can gain influence, sometimes becoming leaders within the prison population. Guards who participate may gain extra income but risk disciplinary action if caught. Meanwhile, other staff might turn a blind eye, creating a tacit acceptance of the system. It's a shadow economy that mirrors the outside world's black markets, just confined behind bars. Everything from food and drugs to cell phones and weapons is bought, sold, or traded. And this market shapes the daily lives of inmates and staff alike. One reason this system persists is that it can reduce open conflict. Guards who cooperate with certain prisoners or groups might maintain peace by giving favors or allowing contraband. This unofficial truce can be seen as a survival tactic by both sides. However, the consequences are significant. The smuggling of weapons or drugs increases violence and addiction within prisons. Corruption undermines the integrity of the justice system and public trust. It also complicates rehabilitation efforts when prison becomes a place dominated by illicit activities rather than reform. Over time, many prison administrations have tried to combat these problems by increasing surveillance, improving staff training, and introducing harsher penalties for corruption. Technology like body scanners and CCTV cameras helps detect contraband. Still, these measures can only go so far, as long as the root causes, poverty, overcrowding, and power imbalances, remain. Interestingly, some sociologists and criminologists see these informal exchanges as a reflection of broader social issues. Prisons often replicate inequalities and tensions found in society outside. When legal access to goods or services is restricted, underground markets arise. When official systems fail to protect or support workers, corruption fills the void. Understanding these relationships between prisoners and police is important for any serious discussion about prison reform. It reveals the challenges of controlling such closed environments and highlights why solutions need to address both institutional weaknesses and human behavior. In short, the favors and contraband economy inside prisons isn't just about crime behind bars. It's about survival, power, and the complex human interactions that persist even in the harshest conditions. Recognizing this reality is the first step toward creating safer, more just correctional systems. If you found this helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon for more content like this. This is J03, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.